Hello. So today I just wanted to touch on women at different stages of their life and depression in different ways. We have depression and how to navigate that in the health out there with our healthcare options, and just how to make that happen, especially with the Lindsay Clancy case being front and center right now, with this postpartum depression, and the 1 in 2, what did they say, 1 to 2 in 1,000 can get the postpartum psychosis. But what really concerns me is navigating healthcare when you have any onsets of anything leading to the start of depression in your life, whether you're a mom or you're a young lady, whether you're in your 20s, whether you just had babies, whether you are menopause, or postmenopause. There is hormonal imbalances that happen throughout a woman's life, and it definitely can cause us to ebb and flow and not feel good. So I'm hoping this video will just kind of help see some steps to take as you navigate through caring for yourself when you start feeling symptoms that could that just can take you on a journey you're not really wanting to go on. And of course, this disclaimer that I am not a practitioner or a physician. I am someone that worked in the hospital as a financial counselor and navigator, and I understand how healthcare works and want to pass it on. So let's just talk in the wide scope of things of how a woman can feel at any stage of your life, not just what's going on in the news today with Clancy case, but just how a woman can feel when things are onset, and then what to do to navigate through those. So let's just say, I'm just kind of summarizing a whole bunch of things we can feel, not at once, but maybe pieces of it. So some symptoms might be feeling sad, anxious, feeling empty and maybe unfulfilled, loss of interest in doing things of interest to you that you've had interest in and you just don't feel like doing them anymore. You're very tired, you have low energy and you're sleepy, or maybe you're not sleepy and you're having trouble sleeping. You have low energy, you're irritable, you're crying for no reason or crying for everything that happens to you. You feel hopeless. You feel alone, and you don't want to be in the body that you're in because it's uncomfortable. You don't know what's going on, and you're just like, what's going on in here? And I don't know where I went. So, I mean, all those things can happen to us, and it's normal for us women to feel these things. But what's not normal is to ignore those things. So these are my suggestions for helping yourself navigate through the medical maze that we have. First, I would highly suggest you confide in someone, a close friend, your mom, your pastor, maybe someone you trust that you work with. Or while you are starting to feel these things, some employers and some insurances have free counseling sessions that are virtual. You also can find ways to do things that aren't virtual if you need to be seeing someone in person. But you can start by starting to talk to somebody and getting heard, and someone helping you feel like you're not crazy, and you're taking the first step, and this is what they suggest, and you know how to go forward, and you just keep talking to those folks until something else transpires. But that's a good start. And of course, if you're married, talk to your spouse. Also, there are hotlines for support. For if things get really bad, you have that choice as well. I want to suggest not to be afraid to do these things for yourself, because it is a really good idea to get ahead, to be preventing things, just like we prevent heart attacks, like we prevent osteoporosis, all those kinds of things. It's just important to prevent. So if you're alert and understanding things are not going right, help yourself find those solutions to give you hope and to help you prosper. My next suggestion is make an appointment with your primary care doctor. If you can't get in right away, you ask them if you can get the next appointment so that you can come in and talk to your primary care doctor. Lots of times, if you have to talk to, say, a psychologist or anything like that down the road, you do need to go through your PCP first. So while you are feeling fairly chill and you're seeing these symptoms come up, get checked in with your doctor, and he can help get the ball rolling with what is next. If you cannot get into your doctor right away, and they're offering another doctor, it depends on how you feel about that. You can keep continuity of care by being with your regular doctor and waiting a little bit if you're feeling okay and you're talking to someone and things like that, you got that rolling, or see another doctor and still make an appointment with your PCP as well. So you can do both. They're still in the same clinic, so they're going to share those notes anyway. But you do want to be consistent with your care and stay with the same practitioners. Work real hard not to go to the ED or the urgent care unless you really, really have to, because you want to have continuity of care. You want the people to know you. You want the people to know what's going on with you. Also, I highly suggest make an appointment with your obstetrician, not your obstetrician, that's for when you're pregnant, but your gynecologist. The gynecologist helps you with your hormones and such. They're more understanding of the female anatomy. They understand things that might be going on or what to check for. So they can tag team with your PCP. So seeing them both is a big, big plus. So you have two of them helping you through this for different reasons, for different health reasons. So I think that's really important. If you don't have a gynecologist, get an appointment with one. You should have one, in my opinion. I don't think the primary care doctors I don't think that's their forte. They dabble in a lot of things, and then they're good at what they do, and they're great navigators. But I think it's important, just like if you go to an orthopedist or you go to a heart doctor, your gynecologist is someone that knows a woman's body. So I would highly suggest doing that, so that you can get yourself checked out. It's important to, well, as I said, to work with your practitioners as a team. When you see one, make sure they're sending notes to the other doctor you're working with. So your gyno should send it to your PCP to the gyno. It's really important that those notes are communicated, especially if they're not in the same system, if they're in different systems. It's really important. So make sure you are helping them navigate your care to better serve you. Another thing to do is when they start talking about any kind of medications you might want to be on, just having that discussion. Ask a lot of questions. Tell them your concerns. And if you have a local pharmacist you work with, call that local pharmacist or go in and make an appointment with that pharmacist and take those medications that you're looking at and take them to them and ask them about those medications. They are the experts in the medications. They can look at everything you're taking and help give you another perspective. And if there's something that they give, that they say that gives you pause about what your doctors are suggesting, take that to your doctor and discuss it with your doctor more than you already had. This is your body, your choice, your journey. But you and your doctors have the same goal, and that is to help you through this season and help you not get worse than what's starting. It's kind of like it's little weeds growing. You don't want a whole bunch of weeds. You want to use the weed killer and get them out of there. Another suggestion to navigate this journey is keep a diary of what you're feeling. Write things down. Write down your joys, your sadness, your confusions, your questions, your fears, your hopes, and bring those highlights to your doctor or talk to your counselor about that. This is all part of a journey to understand how to help yourself and where you need the most attention. Maybe it's your hormones that are whacked out. Maybe your thyroid's whacked out. Maybe you just need more exercise. Maybe you need more magnesium. Maybe you have too much sugar in your body. Maybe you need to change jobs. Maybe you need more attention from your husband. All kinds of things that we could be going through. There's so many ways to navigate through this without it being detrimental. It's a very positive journey with highs and lows, and there is a way through it. Another suggestion, if you're not feeling heard at your doctor's office, or even if you are feeling heard, sometimes it's good to bring someone with you trust, maybe your spouse or a good friend or your mom or your daughter or your son, and bring them with you. And it's another set of ears, someone there to help advocate and interject if they see you're fearful of it, or if you're feeling frustrated and they see you're not feeling heard. Very, very good, helpful thing to do for yourself, to have that support at a doctor's visit. I highly suggest that. And if they do put you on a medication, make a plan with your doctor. Usually, I think if they're a good doctor, they're going to make that plan with you. These are new medications. They're going to talk about it. You've already gone to your pharmacist. You've already talked about what you're willing to do. We've already gotten all that out of the way. That's how you're navigating through the medication process. But now it's the part where if you have any side effects from the medications, you want to have a plan on what your doctor will do if things happen that are uncomfortable for you. What do you do with the medication? How do you stop it? What do you do next? Can you message them through their portal? How long will it take for them to get back to you? What are we going to try next? How long will this take to get out of my system? All those kinds of things. Cover all this ahead of time. Write it in your journal so you know, or have them put it on your papers from your appointment. It is, I've been through this myself with my migraines. It is a, you just have to see what works for you. You pick the lesser of the two evils and you see how it works. And some of us have more of a reaction than others. And I have it with a lot of things. So I know what to watch out for myself. I try not to plant things in my head. My whole goal is to feel better. But if something does feel strange, I told my doctor and she tells me what to do and it works for me. I'm not uncomfortable, I'm safe. You want to be safe. So communication with titrating and moving to different medications is huge. So communication with your doctor, making a plan ahead of time on how to handle a situation when you're having any side effects. And of course, anything happens, you go to the emergency room. Again, I'm not a doctor or a practitioner. If there is anything you are nervous about your health, you go and you call the emergency, or you call 911, or you go to the emergency room. This is for if things are subtle, things are okay, that you can make it through it. You just don't feel great. You know it's different. So my other thing is, it's up to us as the patient to navigate for ourselves. You partner with your providers to get well. You ask providers to share other info with other providers so that you can have that continuity of care. Another thing I suggest is printing out your prescriptions that you're already on and putting it in your purse or your wallet or whatever you have. And so you have it there if you have to show what your prescriptions are. If you're going to the emergency room or something. So that is what I highly suggest. Yes. So navigation through hormonal, mental challenges as a woman, going through all kinds of things in our lives, is communication with your doctors, establishing care with your primary care doctors, gynecologist, understanding medications, looking at your hormonal balance, getting your exercise, your water, your sleep, thinking about what do I need? What are my goals? What will make me feel better? How will my body feel better? And how can I get there? Don't rush. Just take those steps, work with your providers, make sure you're talking to people and getting those things out, that you're getting help when you need it. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to get away, especially if you have kids. It's okay to take time alone. And make sure you have fun. Just make sure you have a good time. Find things that make you happy and make yourself go do those. Even if it's a little bit, even if it's just a little walk around the block and you're not having that kind of a day. So anyway, that's my tips on navigating healthcare for hormones and depression type symptoms for women. And I just want to encourage you to live life to the fullest. Thanks for navigating with me. Bye.